Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Dr. Sentimental. Hope you all are doing well. In today's video, we would talk about a very interesting topic called herd immunity. Now lately we've been hearing a lot about herd immunity thanks to the current pandemic and thanks to social media as well. So what exactly is herd immunity? Let's take a diagrammatic look in order to understand this concept, right? In this video, we'll be talking not only about herd immunity but also about chain of transmission, viral infection rate, as well as the importance of vaccination in herd immunity. Okay, so basically in this diagram, I've tried to depict a human population, right? People of all sizes and shapes. And these are all healthy human beings who have not been exposed to a particular virus, right? This is a virus. These human beings are completely non-immune to this virus. They have basically never been exposed. So they have no basic immunity against the virus, right? Now, consider that this virus can at a particular time infect 2 individuals in this population. So that makes the viral infection rate as 2. If it infects at a time 3 individuals, it will be 3, and so on and so forth. For the purpose of consideration, we are considering that this virus infection rate is 2. So this virus infects 2 individuals in the first transmission. Okay, I'll write the letter I to represent that they are infected. Now these 2 individuals will infect 2 other individuals. And I write that as I as well. She will also infect 2 other individuals, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 individuals in just 2 rounds of the transmission. These would infect additionally 2 individuals. So 2, 2, alright. So it can spread like wildfire. Okay, so you can see in this much how many people have already got infected in just 3 rounds. Now this is basically how the virus infects an entire huge population. Now each individual who is infected, okay, is battling the infection and is developing an immunity against the infection, and that is called as the humoral immunity or the antibody immunity. Now what is this immunity? We'll talk about it in a short while. If one of these individuals separates himself or distances himself from this entire transmission kind of a chain, right? These are all chains. So if she kind of puts a full stop and she physically distances herself, right? She's physically distanced herself. So this person cannot infect her right now, nor will she infect these 2. Right? So these 2 people have become safe. Consider each one doing the same thing. So if this person puts a full stop, separates himself physically from this chain of transmission, he in turn would not infect these 2 individuals, right? I hope this is easy to understand. So you see how many people got protected. This guy is also protected. Yeah. So very large number of people which would have got infected have now actually got protected from the viral infection. They can now transmit the infection further down, right? So this distancing oneself from this particular chain of transmission is called physical distancing or social distancing, right? Even that is talked about a lot nowadays. Alright, so among this population, obviously, therefore, we would have a significant number of people who would be infected by this virus, right? Now, among the people who are infected, many people may recover from the infection, and unfortunately, a few people may succumb to the infection or they may die as a result of the progression of the infection in their bodies, right? That depends completely upon the nature of this virus. If the virus is very virulent, it will cause a significant number of casualties, and if it is not that virulent, it won't, right? That depends completely upon the nature of the virus. Now, among the infected persons, whoever was infected, right, they will develop something called as an immune response against the virus, and this immune response is an antibody response. So what exactly happens? Let me explain with another diagram. Okay, so this basically depicts an antibody. Okay, the antibody consists of these segments which are nothing but proteins which are linked to each other, as you can see at various places. Even this actually is a link. So these fragments are named like FC, fragment crystallizable region, this region, and FAB, which is this region, which itself consists of the V portions, which are the variable regions. Yeah, the H stands for the heavy chains, L stands for the light chains. Yeah, these are technical aspects of the chemistry of an antibody. Of great importance is this variable region, right? This region. Now you can see that there is a typical kind of a shape to this variable region. It is called variable because it can vary. The shape can vary. It is a particular shape right now, but in another antibody against another virus, it can be of a different shape. This shape corresponds to specific molecules on the virus body, and those molecules on the virus body can have any shape. It differs from virus to virus and from microorganism to microorganism. So accordingly, your body has these antibodies which have variable regions that have specific areas for a specific kind of a viral particle. Yeah, so it will lock onto the viral particle, and that is how an antibody latches onto a microorganism or a virus. So what exactly happens? How are these antibodies produced? So let us take a look into that as well. Now basically, whenever a foreign material like a virus or a bacteria enters into your body tissues, basically our immune system contains cells like histiocytes and macrophages, which basically are present within the tissue itself. They consume these foreign particles, and this process is called phagocytosis. Or it can also be like cytotoxic T cells or natural killer cells which are circulating in your blood at any given point of time. They also form a part of your cellular immune system. These cells will recognize a virus infected cell, a cell in which a virus has entered, and they basically destroy those cells, and then they consume the viral particles. Yeah, so these are two ways in which the body can tackle a virus. Now these cells, after they consume the virus, they present parts of the virus which are called antigenic molecules, molecules which the body recognizes as not of the self or foreign. It presents these molecules to cells called T cells and B cells. They are two different kinds of cells which form a part of your immune system as well, right? So right now we are concerned about the B cells. Okay, the B cells are a type of lymphocyte cells present in the lymphoid tissues of your body, which receive this antigen, and then according to the kind of antigen that they have received, they will start producing the antibody. So the B cells are the cells which produce the antibody, right? And because they have received a specific antigen, they are able to manufacture a very specific antibody against the particular antigen, right? These antibodies, which are nothing but protein molecules, huge protein molecules, are released into your bloodstream and then they flow throughout your body. Yeah, and this forms a part of your humoral immunity. Okay, your antibody immunity. It is called humoral because it is present in your body fluids. And the old ancient term for body fluids in ancient medical texts has been humor. It is called humor. Okay, that is why it is called your humoral immunity. Okay, so what then is immunization, right? Or vaccination? I would not rather use the term vaccination, but I would rather use the term immunization because the two terms are slightly different. What the difference is, we will discuss in a later video on vaccination and immunization, right? Okay, so what is immunization? Now, as I already described, we humans, when we are exposed to a particular kind of a virus, when this virus enters our body, we develop something called as an antibody immunity towards that virus, an antibody response. Antibodies are produced within our bodies against this virus, right? Now, this is a live virus which is entering into your body. It is going to run its course. It is going to produce disease, and at the same time, simultaneously, your body is reacting to it and producing antibodies, right? Eventually, this virus may die out, or the virus may end up killing you, right? So this virus can cause a fatal disease, or it may end up getting killed and neutralized by your immune system. And fortunately, you will still be safe, but you will have developed an antibody immunity against the virus, right? Simple. What does vaccination or immunization do? Immunization is a process by which we administer a weakened virus to a human being, right? A weakened virus, not a live, strong virus, natural virus. We treat the virus chemically first, weaken it or completely kill it, and then administer the killed component or the weak virus to a human being, right? Via an injection or whatever. Now, this is capable, just like a normal virus, of eliciting an immune response, of producing an immune response, okay, an antibody response in your body. But what will not happen is, this virus, because it is weak, it will not be able to produce a disease, right? It will not be able to infect your body cells or destroy your body cells. So it is not capable of something called as a pathogenicity. It is capable only of immunogenicity. In a live wild virus, this virus can enter your body, destroy your cells, and also produce immunity at the same time, but it can be fatal, as I said. So it is capable of pathogenicity as well as immunogenicity, but a vaccine killed virus cannot produce a pathogenicity. It can only produce an immune response, right? So it is only immunogenic, it is not pathogenic, right? This is the major difference between a vaccination and a natural infection, right? So how does it help? How does vaccination help? This simple method of vaccinating or immunizing people against a particular virus can help in protecting other members of the population. Now, as I said, this virus infection rate is 2, right? So it will transmit itself to 2 people, right? But in this case, it cannot transmit itself to this person because he is immune to the virus, right? He is having a sufficient antibody level which can combat the virus, right? So this virus is technically not going to affect him. Now, she basically has no protection against the virus, right? She is not immune. I have not darkened her, which means she does not have antibodies against the virus like this guy does. So she can infect him, not him, but him, right? She can infect him because he is also immune. Now this guy can infect him, okay? These two can get infected, right? In turn, these two will now try to infect them, but they cannot, because these guys are also immune. She is immune, he is immune, he is immune, right? So the chain of the viral transmission, as you see, gets aborted. It gets broken at this point. And other members of the population who have neither been infected in the past nor have they been vaccinated, okay, they get protected. Now if you see this woman, she's an elderly woman, right? She may be vulnerable to the virus. She may succumb to the virus because of her elderly age and because of some other comorbid conditions, whatever. So she's quite a vulnerable member of the population. This process of vaccination, okay, has literally protected so many other individuals. Okay, it has literally protected a lot of the population, just vaccinating these many people. Considering that they have never been exposed to this virus, this darkened areas which I'm showing that these people are immune, they're immune basically because they have been vaccinated. So this explains the great importance of why governments stress on vaccination. It is because these people are not protected because of their own immunity. It is because they are protected because of the immunity of other members of the population. Okay, a group of such people is called a herd. Okay, this herd provides an indirect immunity to these members of the population. So herd immunity is not a personal immunity, it is not your own immunity, but it is the immunity of the larger population which is indirectly protecting you from the virus, right? So guys, I hope this video, the content of this video was useful. It helped you in understanding what the concept of herd immunity is. If you appreciated the content of the video, please do like, share the video, and please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you and see you soon.